If you're in heating and air conditioning and you're a technician or a salesperson, what do you need to know about a heating and air conditioning sales process, and why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Bell, coming to you live from Sacramento, California. A perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to talk about you. It doesn't matter where you're at in the country. It really doesn't matter where you're at in the world. If you're a technician or a salesperson and you do any type of sales, there are a couple of things that you need to know that are absolute truths that will help you hit consistency and close more deals. Okay, so I'm going to give you some stats. I'm going to give you some numbers. I'm going to give you some solid advice. If you do not have a sales process, your closing rate is probably going to be somewhere between 17 and 25% across the entire year. You're going to have peaks in the summertime. You're going to have dips in the fall. You're going to have peaks in the wintertime. You're going to have dips in the spring. And the reason for that is because of demand. You absolutely positively have to have some sort of process that you use, okay? Now, I'm going to give you my version. Everybody's got their own formulation, their own secret sauce, and I'm going to share with you why. You got your intro phase. That's the first 5 minutes of your presentation. It's the first impression. The first impression's good. You got the rapport phase. I like spaghetti. You like spaghetti. I like cats. You like cats. I don't know, whatever you say. Third, you got the discovery. You're asking, what can I do to help you? What are your problems? What are your issues? You're not saying this way. I'm giving you the shortcut. 4, you got the presentation, aka the demonstration. You can call it either thing. And then for me, I break up the last part of the sales presentation like this. You've got the price, where you're like, here's how much my widget, my gizmo, my heating and air unit is, my gold, my silver, my platinum. Then you got your objections, and then you got closing, right? So I break this down. I break this down just a little bit differently than most people do from the way that I've worked with salespeople and even entrepreneurs, okay? So you have to have some sort of a process. And by default, you can be like, Scott, well, I don't have a process, so by default, I have a process. Yeah, if you're going to use that logic, you can, but once again, you're going to close between 17 and 25%. And you're going to have spotty paychecks. You're also going to have people who are upset with you because you get frustrated, you get angry, you get lonely. I can tell you all the negatives that happen when you don't follow some sort of a process. And people are like, Scott, I don't like bald guys who wear aloha shirts and jackets. Mrr. Okay, cool. There are other good sales trainers in the industry. Go see Sam Wakefield. Go see Doug Wyatt. There's really good people in the industry. Few, but there's really good. I'd rather focus on the good, okay? You have to have some sort of process that you follow. You have to have the ability to go, here is what I'm going to say, and here's what I'm going to do. And this is my reason why. Now, here's the thing. If you want to be better at sales, you want to be good at what you do, you should absolutely join my email publication, hvactechsecrets.com. I'll give you the goods. Not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. It means private coaching, private training, discounted coaching, discount training. It's an email publication. You get emails from me, and occasionally I try to sell you stuff so I can buy aloha shirts and go to Hawaii. Okay, so you have to have a process. And so if you're like, hey, Scott, I don't have access to a coach or to a trainer, I would say, great, here's what you're going to do. Is you're going to take my 7 steps. You can modify accordingly. You could change however you want. Intro phase, rapport phase, discovery phase, asking the questions, presentation, aka demonstration, price, objections, and then closing. And then map out what you're going to say and what you're going to do. Right? You're going to take some time to do this. And the reason you want to do this is, if you're in the business, you're probably going to run between 200 and 400, maybe 500 calls in a year. And if you want the best opportunity to do good and help clients and help them get what they need, it's not a sales call, it's a performance. You need to perform, right? You need to put in the work, you need to put in the effort. And here's the thing, your competition doesn't do this. I've worked with enough people, and it doesn't matter, CEOs, executives, I've worked with salespeople, I've worked with technicians, I've worked with plumbers, I've worked with roofers. Your competition's lazy. Your competition wants to do the least amount of work possible. This is why when people meet me, I'm like, you'll never outwork me. You can only underbid me. You will never, ever outwork me. Right? I'll put in more work, I'll put in more effort. The only thing you could do is just give a lower price. And anybody can do that. Anybody can just give you a lower price. You have to have a process. You have to have some way for you to organize your thoughts, your ideas, your concepts, your strategies in a way that makes sense. And if you don't, then what you're going to get is spotty sales presentations. You're going to get frustrated buyers or clients, and you're not going to close deals. I would love to see you be a champion in sales. I'd love to see you close deals. Even if we've never met, here's the thing. I believe in you. You got one of three things to do from here. Just one of three. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, you know what you got to do. Share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.